I think that the young people here and what you go through, with these kids on a day-to-day basis, understanding what they have to endure, so to speak, from the minute they get here in basic training, that whole process. It's a 47-month process here, and it never ends. I mean, most normal universities I've worked at throughout my career, you're talking about, you go to school for 7.5, 8 months, and they got their summers off, and other than maybe a couple of weeks at summer school, they sort of have their own life. Here, it's so intense, and you got to be careful with that. You need to make sure these kids don't get burned out, and that they enjoy coming to practice every day, and that itself is a huge challenge when the expectations are so high. We created those expectations. During my career here, we've had tremendous success, and it's something that now, as you go through that transition with young kids and losing 3 of the top 4 scorers in school history in back-to-back years, you have to be able to reevaluate what your goals are and try to look forward and put yourself in a position to get back to that championship caliber type team. Well, obviously it's going to have a big impact on our team. It's really a tough situation when you lose somebody as accomplished as Aaron. But during my career here, I've had the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th leading scorers in school history play on the same team and graduate in back-to-back seasons. So it's just something you got to adjust to. And college basketball is a transitional type of a situation. You've got to be able to go with the flow, and kids are going to graduate, and that's part of the game. Well, I think last year was disappointing the way we finished, considering we got out such a great start in the preseason with a 4-0 league start. After a somewhat rocky non-conference part of the schedule, but honestly, the most disappointing thing was that we ended up having to play that game on the road when we had a great chance to secure a home game in the first round, and that's a big. I think that's a big difference when you're now playing. First year we started playing on the higher seeds floor. So for us with this new team with 8 freshmen, I just think we need to move forward. The point of reference right now really doesn't mean much to them. Well, it alters the way you do everything. You got kids that don't have any experience, and the returning players with experience don't have a lot of it in terms of minutes played. So in reality, you got to hope for good leadership from them, but you got to hope your young kids can develop maybe a little quicker than expected, and that puts a lot of pressure on, I think, freshmen here. Kids coming out of basic training here at the academy, they've got a lot going on in their lives, and basketball is just one more thing for them to have to deal with. So it's tough getting them focused every day, but that's again, that's part of what you got to do here. Again, with such a young group and we're going to have to rely on anywhere from 3 or more freshmen to make solid contributions, significant contributions. I think it's going to be a day-to-day process. We've got to be, especially myself, entering my 6th year here as a head coach, 7th overall, and my 39th year coaching at this level. It's going to be a challenge, and I think our ability to be patient with kids, our ability to be tolerant early on, but to get them focused and to get them understanding what it's going to take to be successful at this level is probably our biggest challenge on a day-to-day basis. Well, I think Molly's obviously a talented perimeter player. We need her to be more consistent. I thought she had a solid freshman year, making the all-rookie team. Sort of struggled as a sophomore, had that sophomore jinx, I guess you call it, and we're hoping the combination of her, Jen Haslett, who really came on, I thought, in the second half of her first freshman season, and then along with the leadership of Kate Goodall and Megan Doucette, who have played probably more than anybody overall. Those 4 are going to really have to step up and set the tone early, and then hopefully some of these younger kids will be able to adjust and get comfortable at this level.